that you have now mastered each kink of the mind, of the emotions, of the actions, and of the material. Hey there, sweet souls. How are you? It's your Forest Fairy here. Nice to see you again. Well, it's time for the collective monthly read. And with this month, I have switched out the Oracle cards. And it's from the same creator, and I'll leave it in the description box below, but a different set of cards. This is like a love message. So, what does the collective, my sweet souls out there, need to hear? Spontaneity. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. That's a beautiful message. Let's find out with tarot what that is all about. But I've been with these monthlies in this new deck. I want to see what's on the bottom of the deck. That which you might not see. Joy. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. That's very Aries energy, Aries Leo energy for me. So, and that goes along with spontaneity, doesn't it? Just to have fun. What is it that you do, sweet souls, that you love to do that is fun? I had mentioned in the Gemini read, I believe it was Gemini, that I love to play cards. And I love to read cards, but I mean like play cards. And I really love to do it. I love to do it with my kids. I love to do it with my dad was the one that taught me how to play cards, so I love to play with him. Playing cards was something that I did even, like I see my oldest son playing chess against himself. I used to do that, play crazy eights against myself. And then really just, screw myself over. Just, how could you do that to me? It was fun, right? And that way I never really got stuck on winning or losing because I was both the winner and the loser. So, and as I became a mother, the word loser was a derogatory term. So I used to say the victor and the, my apologies. The champion and the challenger. Champion and challenger. So, how can you be more spontaneous, sweet souls? Let's go to the tarot. I'm trying to keep these. I don't like going off on tangents, but sometimes I do. All right. What are the messages the tarot wants to bring to my sweet souls? First card out, Four of Swords. That which crosses you. Yeah, you've been through it. We've all been through it. And we are finding that with meditation, with rest of the mind, body, soul, that we are able to, and the nines are almost there. You're so almost there. This is, don't give up. Your higher self, the Lovers. Don't give up. If you are single and you're looking for a love, don't give up. Don't give up. Your focus and foundation is the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. Is it a choice about who you work with? Is it a choice? Because again, the Lover's card is a divinely guided loving relationship, whether it be a platonic or romantic, it doesn't matter. Or is it a choice to take care of yourself and work in a smaller group, a smaller firm, a smaller company? Because where you're working is wearing you down. That's what I'm picking up in the past. Five of Swords. In the future, the Page of Pentacles. How you see yourself. The Knight of Cups. How other people see you. The Queen of Cups. The hope and our fear is the Ace of Swords. And the outcome, look at that. The Star. Gotta love that for an outcome, don't you, sweet souls? You gotta love that. That is your wish fulfillment. That is the ultimate wish fulfillment. That's healing, always see that as star status. What does that mean to you? In the bottom of the deck, the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady progress. All right. Now, normally we would use the Dreamer, I just call it the Dreaming or Dreamer deck. This one is the Oneness deck, and I've used it before. And I absolutely love this deck. The deck, where to purchase it, ooh, the creator, I'm going to put that back, is in the description box below. She's a fellow Canadian. And I absolutely love this deck. It's a very Canadian special deck. So I just noticed that the cards were ripped. I wonder what card that is. All right. 4 of Swords. Taking a rest, taking a break. Clarify the 4 of Swords for my sweet souls, and they're weary. They're tired. They've been worn down. What do they need to know? 4 of Swords. Clarify the 4 of Swords for my sweet souls. Right there. Look at that. That is the Spirit of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords. This is quieting the mind, taking a rest. Physical. I'm feeling a physical rest as well as a mindful rest. And then to be able to communicate. Communicate what it is that you need, where it is you need to go. And if that means changing a job, switching a department, this is what you need to do. And to do it in a very diplomatic way. The 4 of Wands. It could be for some of you that you are communicating that you would prefer, that you need to work from home. Okay, the Lover's card is clarified by the 5 of Cups. There has been some disappointment. It could be how you are overworked at home, through the home, and not getting equal give and take from a lover, and the clarity with which you know this to be true. The Ace of Swords. Now, the 5 of Cups is also, as I look at this particular image, it's seeing everything through your disappointment, through your emotions, through your tears, through your sadness. And as we know in a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the 5 of Cups is a darkly cloaked figure looking at 3 cups that are emptied. And his back is turned from the 2 cups that are right there. So your higher self wants you to stop looking through the window. That brings me back to the spontaneity, to move beyond the constraints of the mind. If your mind is sad and lonely, is remembering sad stories, is remembering how it didn't work out with a particular lover from 3 years ago, meanwhile you've been with your current for the last 2 years, Lord, give me strength. Stop thinking about that guy or that gal and turn around and give your lover that's behind that dark cloaked figure a big hug and a kiss and say, hi, sorry, my mind has been clouded, has been rainy, it's been sad. For some of you, not to you know what, I just want to lighten up everything. Not to dismiss depression, but your thoughts, it begins with your thoughts. And I have been through really dark with my 12th house being Scorpio and Venus sitting in there. Dark depressions. And it starts with the thoughts. So for those of you that are watching, crying, watching this tarot read, feeling very 5 of Cups, before Spirit, you don't know what they did. You don't know. I know. You don't know. We've all been through it because we're all one. This is the Oneness deck. So When you think to yourself, Forest Fairy doesn't know the sadness I have been through, I do. I really do. And I'm telling you, I've been there and I've gotten myself out of it. And that is through positivity, thinking, even the smallest thing. Make yourself a cup of coffee if you drink it, or not. I drink coffee, so I make myself a cup of coffee and I think to myself, this is a great cup of coffee. This tastes good. It smells good. It's the right temperature. It's warming my hands on this chilly morning. Get outside. Go for a walk. I don't want to walk, Forest Fairy. I don't want to do that. Do it. Breathe that fresh air. Walk outside. Listen to the sounds. Even if you're in the city, listen to city sounds. If you're out in the country, listen to country sounds. Listen to the sounds of the traffic. Listen to the sounds of the birds. Listen to the sounds of the local dogs barking at you. Listen. Awaken those 5 senses with things that enlighten you, that things that inspire, the things that will get your mind out of this sadness and into the light, and that is the truth. All right. Three of Pentacles is clarified by the Knight of Cups. I'm going to put him right there because I think the truth is you could be doing something at home that is very creative, whether it be gardening, painting, whether it be sewing. I started looking, my kids were in this knitting club. And I started looking at all the things my grandmother had knit. And I was just amazed. She'd always had her, even into her 90s, she had her hands always knitting, always going, right? And the old saying is something about moving hands or keeping your hands busy prevents an idle mind. I don't know what it is. Put it in the comments below if you know that old saying about something about idle hands and something about a mind. I don't know. I'll look it up. Leave it in the comments. 3 of Pentacles is also clarified by the higher self. And the higher self is saying the truth of the matter is, sweet souls, that you have a very powerful, divinely guided love who's standing behind you, watch you look at the world through crying eyes. And is still there for you, for some of you, who sees that you are beaten down, who sees that you need rest, who is there to take care of you at home, who's there to talk with you. The 5 of Swords. In the past, we have another Knight, the Knight of Pentacles. And look at all that you've sown. And the 2 of Pentacles. I really feel this is the juggler. This is you juggling both love and happiness and satisfaction with that of disappointment and sadness and fear. So you are juggling both love and fear and love and fear. Page of Pentacles. So what is it that you've learned about disappointing relationships? How is it that you can then apply what it is you've learned? Wow, the Emperor. That's a powerful energy. And the 7 of Wands. That is really, for some of you, applying the decision-making process, what you know to be right, not just for you, but for everyone around you. The Emperor takes care of all the kingdoms that are ruled by the 4 kings. The King of Wands, the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. This also represents all of those elements within you that you have now mastered, each king of the mind, of the emotions, of the actions, and of the material. To become this Emperor. And with that, you then apply what it is that you've learned. And this is taking the higher ground. You've learned that taking the higher ground and letting those sharks swim, you know what decisions is best for you, your family, your company, your employees. Now, the Knight of Cups is clarified by the 9 of Wands, which is what crosses you. This is really being exhausted, tired, burdened. The next one is the 10 of Wands. And the Knight of Cups is my creative knight. He believes in his creativity, in his talent, in his skill. And he knows that he's got to be quick. Even though he's a little baby turtle, he's got to be quick to get out to the safety of the water. And yet it falls right below. Is it safe in the waters? That's what the Seven of Cups is all about, isn't it? You never know. You never know. And that's the one that came out originally at the very beginning of the read, and I was not going to deal with reversals today. And here it is, in the upright. Clarifying the Knight of Cups is the Page of Wands. Now it's interesting that I mentioned, because you have the 9 of Wands twice. And I mentioned the next one is the 10 of Wands. And when you go from a single wand to the 10 wands, that's a heavy burden, it is. Or you can perceive it as just a lot of responsibilities that an emperor has. Yes, okay. Depends on how you look at it. If you look at it through the 5 of Cups, it's a burden. If you look at it through the Ace of Swords, it's called being a boss. Okay, so having said that, the next step after the 10 is the Page, and that is where you lose all those responsibilities and get back into that wondrous, playful, curious mind of, I wonder if I can do this. And then make that emperor decision. Yes, you can. Or, no, not today. Whatever. The Queen of Cups is how other people see you. The Queen of Pentacles. They see you really taking care of business, taking care of the home with the 4 of Wands, taking care of children, as we see here, and family, taking care of your inspiration, of your curiosity, taking care of your curious nature. That's what really inspires learners to keep learning, to keep acquiring, to keep questioning, to keep that curious nature is what makes schoolwork or learning something fun rather than something that's a have to or a burden, as the wearily defensive 9 of Wands says. And what other people could be seeing you nurture and seeing you develop and seeing you take care of, and that is your intuitive feelings, your compassion, your love of others. And oneness, absolutely. Look at that. This is an extra card in this deck, and it's really reminding us that we are all one. So as the powers that be want us to keep us in the lower energies, there are some of us, some brave souls that are really rising above it and saying, no, I know you're telling me that nuclear war is on the way and how the housing market's going to crash and inflation is going to make us all die, whatever the negative narrative is. But right now, I have a roof over my head. I have the loved ones that I take care of. I have my beautiful talents and skills, whether that may be painting, dancing, singing, playing an instrument, whatever that, gardening, whatever it is. That's what I have. You can't take that away from me. I have my own thoughts, my own independence. I have my higher self, and now the oneness card, I have it all. I'm living the dream, and that's the truth. We have the Ace of Swords twice. From your higher self to your hope and your fear, it's clarified by success. The 6 of Wands. That's what it's clarified by. When you see clearly, not through the window of rain and sadness and depression and disappointment, you will have success. You might even see the successes you've already achieved. And the 10 of Swords, yeah, the ending of the sadness, the ending of feeling, knowing that when you inspire and help and love others, you're inspiring, helping, and loving yourself. Absolutely. And the 7 of Wands, taking that higher ground, higher elements, higher ascension to the star. Ooh, the Hierophant. A wish fulfillment, sweet souls, when it comes to spiritual learning, spiritual practice, and the Empress. I'm going to put the Emperor and Empress right together. Do you see this Emperor? And here is the Empress, a wish fulfillment. For some of you, this is the love of your life. And your higher self is saying so. That this is what you've been wishing for. So go ahead and make it official with that Hierophant right there. Go ahead and make it official, sweet souls. For some of you out there, you're going to. The Knight of Pentacles, that which you might not see, and clarified by, ooh, I love this, the masculine lovers. In this deck, there's a single individual, a masculine and a feminine. The other card is the feminine. And realizing that you, when you love yourself first, is when you then attract your divinely guided partner. Now, this is the masculine, and it's funny that the Empress came out, or the Emperor came out first. For you divine masculines out there, be spontaneous. Really, don't let the constraints of your mind keep you trapped in disappointment, keep you trapped in sadness, in anger, in frustration. Let your love free it up. Open up that heart chakra. It's a lot of work, I know. And freely and lovingly embrace new love, new situations to achieve that star, that wish fulfillment of a family for some of you, of a love for others, of a marriage for even more of you. You will have success once you clear out that sadness and see the truth for what it is. And that is that something has ended that maybe you didn't want to end, but it has. And it's in your best interest. Now, let's get some angel numbers on this. I see 654. Let's do 654. 654. Your angels are supporting you through any changes that are necessary at this time. Know that as soon as you make room for the new in your life, you also make room for miracles. I see 694. 694. Your angels are grateful that you are taking time to regularly connect with them and receive their messages. If a message is coming from within right now, know that it is angelically inspired. I see 349. Last one, 349. 349. You don't need permission to be who you are. You were born to be powerful. Accept it. And with that, with the Emperor, the Empress, the Star, and the Hierophant all on my table right now with the higher self and oneness, know that you're powerful, sweet souls, and step into that. Step into your own power. Step into that position. And that's what I see for you. And I'm sure I'll see you again. Take care from your Forest Fairy. Bye for now.